certain models easy to steal?
I mean, we went from one year, like 16 to 20 of the cars is stolen to the next year over 300.
Wow.
Yeah, well,
And
Kia boys, Hyundai girls.
isn't it amazing though that
How you
this
make a
whole
group?
you
You
make
make
a
a
whole group from stealing cars in one specific car? Back in the day when people used to just steal radios out your car,
Right.
it didn't matter what car you had.
It didn't matter. It did not. Now, Kia and Hyundai. That's what they doing. That's how they out here.
You never heard of the subwoofer boys or
The FM radio boys,
the
right?
808 bass boys?
Right.
No, it's just you got a radio,
Yeah,
or
exactly.
you stole a car. You were a car thief.
Right.
It wasn't just one specific car that you would target.
I don't think they discriminate, but they like those better. Those two brands better because they're easier. They have some kind of something in there that it's easier for them to steal.
Well, Bailey, that little something gonna cost them $200 million, even though
Well,
that's just.
that's a drop in the bucket.
I was
to
about
those
to
two
say,
dealers.
yeah.
You know what? Those two car brands, and you know what? They also are going to fix the whatever's wrong, the default in there where people can go in there and steal your car easy. But I know a lot of people have not only had their cars stolen, their cars have been totaled. All of that, you gonna get some recompense. Go get some dollars. It ain't probably ain't gonna cover the whole car. But you gonna get a couple. Everybody love a good check, especially on a Friday morning.
You ain't lying, but I don't know if they gonna get the check today, baby.
No, the check ain't coming today.
The check ain't gonna come for about 6 months, honestly.
Knowing that check is on the way.
Yeah, that's a good feeling.
It'd be like it'd be like taxes. You playing around it. I know it's 6 months.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
I fill out my paperwork in 6 months.
Look, all the people that were like, oh, they was hating on you, like, oh, that class action lawsuit, you ain't gonna get no money. They ain't gonna do nothing.
They ain't gonna give you nothing.
Yeah, now they calling you. Hey, did you have your name in that lawsuit?
Right. You know you gotta get your name in the lawsuit, right?
Yeah, I was, but I got something. I got caught up, and so yeah,
yeah.
It will be interesting to see. I mean, because clearly that $200 million is not going to go to one person. I wonder how many people it will be divided amongst.
It depends, how many people file their paperwork.
I mean, because, but if everybody filed their paperwork, are you going to get excited to get $32 a month for the rest of your life?
$32.55.
Well, that will be me.
What's that, Rhea?
So that will be me. So I'll let y'all know when my check comes.
Oh, you in it?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. See, we got somebody in here. Like, Rhea was just sitting over there looking like, all right, yeah.
Rhea, we might be able to go to lunch out here in the mall, in the
avenue. Yeah. We might.
Can we?
I would love to, but we'll see. I know Dr. Ken put some knowledge on there and said there's like attorney's fees as well that we're not thinking about.
Oh,
so
yeah.
This check might be a little small.
Well.
Okay, that $32 went to $27.52. So Rhea, I have to ask, was it? Well, we don't know if it's going to be worth it because we're just joking about how many people are involved with this. But was it a rigorous process? Did you have to fill out a lot of paperwork to be involved with this, or was it just one little quick form you had to fill out? Like, how did this work out?
Okay, shamefully, my mom helped me do it. So.
That ain't shameful if she's going to help you get paid.
Hey, exactly.
It's shameful because she's going to want some of that once you get hooked up.
Well, well, the good side of it is if you still have your car, then they're going to, the fix for the car comes too. So
oh, really?
You still have your car. Did they total? Was yours one of the ones that got totaled?
I had two and they both got totaled. So I had to get a whole...
Oh, well, you should get double paid then.
You should get double paid, yeah. So then she going to have like $50.
Hey, look.
We might be able to go out here and make something happen. Tell her she might be able to get both of us lunch.
You know what, baby? The only messed up thing about that statement is she's not the only one that has had multiple Kias or Hyundais. Wow.
Yeah.
So we're both stolen?
Both were stolen. Both were totaled. One of them also was broken into once too, so they just found me and sought me out.
Wow.
Yeah, see, You know,
Wow.
my homegirl Brett Vickery over at Fox 6.
Mm-hmm.
She was out working on a story, and became the story. They stole her car.
She had a Kia?
She had a Kia. Hey,
Come on now.
everybody got Kias somewhere.
I was about to say,
Everybody got a Kia
but
somewhere.
okay, Bailey, I'm gonna have to really call her out on this one.
When she was new to Milwaukee.
But no, you work on the news.
Yeah,
like this is what
right.
you report every day.
And that was her story. She was like, "Wait a minute, I work at I'm the reporter." You know, shout
So
out
you
to Brett.
clearly should be knowing what's going on.
She was just like, she went out to report on a story in downtown Milwaukee and came back. No doubt it was off of the new part of King Drive. She was
Well, that's the setup there.
No, I don't know where she was parked. But she went off to do a story, right? She goes off to do a story, and her cameraman is like, making sure she gets back to her car, right? She was like, no, I left it here. And found out, and then, found out all kinds of things about her car afterwards, and it was totally totaled. So, man,
Wow.
I felt bad for her. I felt real bad for her, but,
Hey.
she got a husband at the crib. She got another car right quick. It wasn't no hold up. He was going to make sure his girl was right.
He said, ain't no skin off my back.
Man, hey, he was going to make sure his lovely wife was great. That's the
Wow.
thing. The power of having a husband.
Yes. I can only imagine.
Yeah.
Because I am a husband,
Yes,
so
you
I
are.
can't.
See,
I
that's
can't.
a-
Yeah.
yeah.
So
I know you step in there for your wife. I see it.
when I have to.
Oh, see.
When I have to.
You said she can handle her own?
Yeah.
I
Well, yeah.
see.
No, she could definitely handle her own, and we are just getting started this lovely, fine Friday morning on Truth Be Told with DT and Telly. We will have headlines on the other side of the break. And also remember, you can join us, Truth Nation. Hit us up on the talk and text line 833-212-1017. You are locked in. Truth Be Told with DT and Telly. More after the break.
Truth Be Told with DT and Telly returns after this on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
It's 1017 The Truth, Sherwin Hughes, and I'm excited about our Truth Financial Empowerment Partnership with Northwestern Mutual. They're a national leader in financial services, and every month I'll be speaking with a representative from Northwestern Mutual about investing, building generational wealth, and how to best reach financial freedom. So tune into The Truth with me, Sherwin Hughes, on Friday, May 19th at 11 a.m. as I speak with Northwestern Mutual advisors Erica Wright and J.B. Bell, who will give a breakdown on the first steps that you need to take toward investing in your financial future.
Truth Nation, just press play. Your favorite award-winning 1017 The Truth shows are now streaming live on video. Watch us live on 1017 The Truth's Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, and of course, 1017thetruth.com. Just press play for the home of Milwaukee Black Talk, 1017 The Truth.
Want more truth with Sherwin Hughes? You can now stream on demand all day, every day by downloading the Truth app or streaming on Spotify, TuneIn, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or Stitcher. Milwaukee Black Talk, 1017 The Truth.
Do you worry about how much someone drinks?
Do you feel angry or depressed most of the time? Do you feel neglected or unloved?
Do you feel you attract people who tend to be compulsive or abusive?
Do you have money problems because of someone else's drinking?
Are you afraid or embarrassed to bring your friends home?
Do you feel that if the drinker loved you, she or he would stop drinking?
If you answered yes to any of these questions, you are not alone.
More than half of all adults have a family history of alcoholism.
Not everyone trapped by alcohol is an alcoholic.
Families and friends are suffering too.
Al-Anon
and Alateen can help. Call 1-866-200-0223 or visit alanon.org/help.
To some people, the sound of a baby babbling doesn't mean much. But that's not necessarily true. By 6 months, they're combining vowels and consonants. By 9 months, they're trying out different kinds of sounds. And by 12 months, their babbling is beginning to take on some meaning. Especially if there's no babbling at all. Little to no babbling by 12 months or later is just one of the possible signs of autism in children. Early screening and intervention can make a lifetime of difference and unlock a world of possibilities. Take the first step at autismspeaks.org.
It is Truth Be Told with DT and Telly on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Let me see you go back. Let me see you come front. Now let me see you go back. Let me see you come front. Let me see you go back. Let me see you come front. Let me see you go back. Let me see you come front. Yeah.
It's Friday and I'm ready to swing. Pick up my girls and hit the party scene tonight.
Oh yeah. Oh wait, hold on. I'm getting carried away. So Aaliyah right there.
Yeah, don't rock the boat now, baby. Don't rock the boat.
We ain't doing it. We ain't doing it. Hey, want to invite you to tune in to The Truth this Saturday at noon for another episode of More Than a Movement, powered by Planned Parenthood Advocates of Wisconsin. Carrie Noni will highlight some of the most powerful conversations she's had with health justice advocates who fight for equality and the rights of all. Again, that's More Than a Movement, powered by Planned Parenthood Advocates of Wisconsin, tomorrow at noon on the award-winning 1017 The Truth.
I don't think I could have said it any better.
Thank you very much, sir.
Welcome back to Truth Be Told. That's Miss Bailey Coleman in for Denise this morning.
Almost got carried away with that Aaliyah on this Friday.
Look, ain't nothing wrong with it. And, hey, it's a fun Friday. Friday. That's right. Yes, we made it to the end of the weekend. Bailey has been in the last 3 days because Denise has been in the UK.
Let me just say this. I went on her IG.
Oh, boy.
I follow her.
Uh-huh. I do as well.
She was all down front, dude. She was down front.
Yeah, she wasn't playing. She didn't go all the way to Wales to sit in the nosebleeds.
She had the down fronts, was looking fabulous. I was like, I'm jealous right now.
How in the world? Well, I ain't going to ask how. I mean, DT, she is who she is. You know,
she got the hookup.
Yes,
she got the plug no matter where she goes. I'm just like.
International.
Okay. I'm like, she probably called Beyonce and was like, girl, yeah, just go and get me down front by Tina. We good.
Right? Like, I'll go ahead and take that. We straight. Go ahead and hook that up. And make sure you... And I'm going to tell you something else, Bailey, that I found out after we talked to Denise. Denise was so kind to join us on both Wednesday and Thursday before the concert and gave us a wrap after the concert.
Right.
But something that came out that I saw that I thought was super duper dope on top of this experience that Denise talked about, the concert.
Right.
Do you know Beyonce made Natalia Bryant, the late Kobe Bryant's daughter, she credited her as an intern on the Renaissance tour.
Wow. That's dope.
I told you, that was super dope.
Wow.
Yes, I was reading and researching some stuff and came across it, and it was circled. It said Natalia Bryant intern Renaissance tour. And for those who don't know, anything that's grossed from this tour,
right,
she will always get a percentage of it.
Yeah.
If they turn this into a DVD,
right,
or whatever.
Right.
How cool of a gesture is that?
That's amazing.
So does that just add to the mystique or the legendary status of Beyonce?
I mean,
when you hear things like that,
I think she's very. People say a lot about her, but I think that she's chief at giving opportunities to people that wouldn't ordinarily have them or would love that support. I mean, it's just, it's amazing what you see some people do and don't even realize what a gift it is. You know what I mean?
Yes.
That's amazing.
That is so incredible when I saw that. And another headline that I know we wanted to discuss, and that was Elon Musk. Oh, wow. Now, he brings up an interesting thought about people who work from home, and he explains why he thinks working from home is a moral issue.
Look, there are some exceptions, but I kind of think that the whole notion of work from home is a bit like the fake Marie Antoinette quote, "Let them eat cake." It's like really, you're going to work from home and you're going to make everyone else who made your car come work in the factory. You're going to make the people who make your food that gets delivered that they can't work from home. The people that come fix your house, they can't work from home, but you can. Does that seem morally right? That's messed up.
You see it as a moral issue?
Yes.
I mean, I see it more as
it's a productivity issue, but it's also a moral issue. People should get off the goddamn moral high horse with the work from home. Because they're asking everyone else to not work from home while they do. But there are some.
Wow. There you have it.
Having many family members who have and do work from home. I was never jealous. of that. I mean, because I personally was always the type of person that wanted to work in an environment. I like going to work. I get excited when Kyle calls me and says, "Hey, so and so's out. Can you fill in?" Yep, I'm here. I get excited. I've been so geeked all week. I'm like, hey. But I understand that for some people, when you have that opportunity, it's more peaceful. For some people, they feel like they're more productive. But I think there's been a lot of studies out that go along the route of what Elon was saying with regard to less productivity. Because I know if I'm at home, I've had to work from home before. If I'm at home, I'm like, ooh, let me just put the TV on in the background. Ooh. Oh, you know what? Since I'm here, let me go and throw on this load. Wash these clothes. Oh, let me cook some lunch. Let me make dinner since I'm here. Let me pull that out. Less productivity for the for the job.
Yeah.
But he says it's a moral issue, and I think here's the deal, right? I know people get mad. They want to be at home. They want to kick it. They feel like for them it's the better fit.
Yeah.
I mean, your rush hour traffic is kicking your slipper out the way to the office or wherever your workspace is.
Yeah.
So, what do you think?
It's a tough one because that's the stereotype and the thought that's always been around working from home. I'm the same way. I feel like I would be the same way. Of course, it's almost impossible for me to do my job from home because I am a broadcaster and play-by-play guy. So I am usually at the event, and that's the best place. Now, I have done some shows and some games from a monitor in a room, and it's totally different.
Right.
Totally different. Like being there is something about being there for me that I get the energy from the environment I'm in.
Right.
But I don't think necessarily, I think there are some jobs that you can get more done from home, from the comfort of your home. And there are some people that are disciplined where they treat their home like it's their office.
Right.
Like my sister is retiring in October, and since the pandemic, she's been able to work from home. And about 8 months ago, 8-10 months ago, her job says, look, we need for you to start coming in.
Right.
And she's like, what's the point? Like, I'm getting stuff done. I'm at home. I'm doing everything I need to do. So they came to a compromise where I think she goes in twice a week or 3 times a week.
Right.
And she gets to work from home the other 2 days. And in all honesty, she treats it like she's going somewhere. Like she'll get up, take a shower, and go into the living room as if she's going to another place and set everything up. And she'll have her water and her treats, and she will work the phones, do whatever she does. And when it's time to take a lunch, she'll take a lunch. And I observed this. I went home one time and I visited her, and she's like, well, I'm at work. I'm like, you at home? What you talking about? Like, and she's like, well, I get off at 4. And I'm like, what? I'm like, you're at home. But she treats it like it's a regular work day.
You know, now my sister in Seattle, and I have 2 siblings that have been working from home for, before she retired, she worked from home for like 5 or 10 years. Same with my brother. There were different times where they had to go in for meetings, different things like that. But for the most part, they worked at home. And she did the same thing. She did the same thing with regards. She would go into her office because she had her own office that she kind of built out, close the door, and, and then you had to be quiet. You could not be over my sister's house making no noise during the day. That was a problem.
Yeah.
I tell my son, be quiet. She at work.
She at work.
I don't care.
Women at work.
Right.
Should have a sign. Women at work.
Right.
Truth Nation, what do you think? Elon Musk thinks it's a moral issue if you work from home, and it's almost unfair that you get to work from home where others who are required to work outside the home is continue to work outside the home. Hit us up on the talk and text line 833-212-1017. The caller says, great take, Telly. The amount of productivity depends on the individual. I totally agree, because at first I was one of those ones that said I could never work from home. I would be just like you, Bailey. Yeah. I'd be like, get up, give me a workout in, and then I might start work at 9:30, and if I get back from the gym in time,
right.
and it like everything would depend on what else I had going on,
right.
if I was going to get work done. But I mean, now looking at it, and now that it is a real way of life after, post pandemic,
right.
I can see how you could be productive at home.
I could see how you could be too. I'm just saying that I'm not.
Like, right? Exactly. Like, for me,
I can't be productive from the crib. I mean, I can be if I have to, right?
Yes.
But I could also be like, okay, oh, that was a pretty butterfly. Let me go look. I mean, I just enjoy, but mostly what I enjoy about being in an office setting is people.
Yeah.
And connecting with people and talking with people. But if I had to work from home, I could. It'd be fine.
Yeah. But it also adds to the way society is now, Bailey, where there's just so many different devices and apps and things that you don't ever have to interact with a person.
Oh, you don't.
Like what we're doing now, talking face to face.
You could absolutely do this from the home or wherever.
Right.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
It's a different connection, and I think that people who aren't comfortable talking face to face,
right,
it's a problem for them. And my issue with that is, yes, it's okay to be social media active or whatever, if that's what you conduct most of your communication through. But at some point, it's the good old fashioned eye to eye talking to someone, because you can't avoid that throughout your life.
Yeah.
Most interviews still, like, the pandemic is over.
Right.
Zoom interviews are pretty much out of the question. Well, not out of the question, depending on the situation. But I believe it's just another way or another barrier so you don't have that personal interaction.
True. True.
Yeah. So is it a moral issue if you want to work from home? Elon Musk thinks it is, and we want to know what you think, Truth Nation. Hit us up on the talk and text line 833-212-1017. And remember to join us here on the award-winning 1017 The Truth as we stream live on YouTube and Twitter at 101.7 The Truth. Bailey Coleman in for Denise. More Truth to be Told with DT and Telly after the break.
Don't touch that dial. Truth Be Told with DT and Telly will be right back on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Here at the new 1017 The Truth, we count on the support of community partners. One of those local partners is Associated Bank. Together, we are committed to uplifting local organizations and supporting Black-owned businesses. We are proud to call Milwaukee home and promise to be a positive reflection on the community. We look forward to celebrating Black culture and excellence with you every day as we make history and continue to uplift the voices in our city. Join us for the journey at the new 1017 The Truth, founded in partnership with Associated Bank, member FDIC.
Thank you, Truth Nation. Your passion and support has helped make Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association best radio show in the state of Wisconsin.
When did this word become so powerful that a person would go to jail, injure, or take another person's life? When did we give this word and other people power over us to ruin our lives?
We do this all for you, Milwaukee. We are the award-winning 1017 The Truth, Milwaukee Black Talk.
Your first night camping alone. The new tent, fully set up. Your bug spray, barely keeping up. But you got this. Just like Associated Bank's got you with free overdraft protection transfers. So when you bought all those supplies and lost track of your spending, we had you covered. You got this with free overdraft protection transfers from Associated Bank. See associatedbank.com/checking or ask a banker for details. Member FDIC.
When it comes to riding the bus, there's a better way to pay. It's Wisco, Milwaukee County Transit System's new modern fare collection system. Wisco is available as a card and in the UMO app, and is packed with features to make paying for your rides faster, easier, more reliable, and more affordable. So make the switch to Wisco and start enjoying the better way to pay. Learn more about the exciting changes at ridemcts.com/Wisco or download the UMO app.
June is National Home Ownership Month, and only 25% of African Americans in the city of Milwaukee own their homes, despite the fact that we make up 40% of the population. At the core mission of National Home Ownership Month is the belief that every person deserves the chance to live with security, dignity, and hope in a place that they can call home. That is why the award-winning 1017 The Truth is proud to announce our first annual home buying seminar on Wednesday, June 14th, presented by Axe Housing and BMO Harris Bank. This informative home buying seminar begins at 5 p.m., and we will have real estate agents, home buying coaches, and mortgage advisors on site to break down the home buying process step by step. We will have professionals there who can do a soft credit pull to review your credit history and to get you pre-approved for a home loan on the spot. Yes, on the spot, home loan pre-approvals. Limited spots are available, so go to 1017thetruth.com right now to secure your space. That's 1017thetruth.com to sign up for our home buying seminar on Wednesday, June 14th at 5 p.m., presented by Axe Housing and BMO Harris Bank.
We do have a good ride shaping up. Pretty typical Friday morning. Damp roads, but for the most part looking pretty good. Full freeway speeds, no incidents up on the board. A check of the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Today, partly cloudy, breezy, a high of 67. Tonight, clear and cool, a low of 46. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 1017 The Truth.
More of Truth Be Told with DT and Telly is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
First class, up in the sky, popping champagne.
pain.
The COVID-19 pandemic has been declared ended, but has it ended in the black community? Join 100 black men of Milwaukee on Wednesday, May 24th at 6 p.m. as they discuss just that and more during the program, Where Do We Go From Here? They will highlight topics surrounding healthcare 2.0, long COVID-19, diabetes, and related mental health issues in the African American community. Tune into Where Do We Go From Here? Brought to you by 100 Black Men of Milwaukee and made possible by the Morehouse School of Medicine and National COVID-19 Resiliency Network next Wednesday, May 24th at 6 on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. That should be a really good program. Make sure you tune in for that, and thank you for staying locked on Truth Be Told with DT and Telly. Bailey Coleman in for Denise this morning, and we have gotten off on the topic of Elon Musk explaining why he thinks working from home is a moral issue. Never really thought of it in that way. He almost put it where it's unfair that you get to work from home while others don't get a chance to. It almost seems that way. Like a little haterade.
Where he working from? I know he ain't up in the factory.
So you don't see him clocking in.
He ain't clocking in.
He ain't clocked in at Tesla at 6 in the morning in a while.
He ain't clocked in. He has not clocked in. That is for certain. Where is he working from? The crib. He probably got an office in his crib, probably up on the third floor, whatever. You know.
Yeah. I tell you what. We would love to hear what you have to say, Truth Nation. Hit us up on the talk and text line 833-212-1017. The caller says Elon's comparing working from home to statements from a queen who was cool with seeing her people starve in the moral issue. Mr. Musk tiptoed on the line between exaggeration and telling a lie, LOL. Well, he seems to definitely have an issue with it. In case you didn't hear what Elon Musk had to say, Rhea, do we still have that queued up? Yes. Elon Musk once again explains why he thinks working from home is a moral issue.
But there are some exceptions, but I kind of think that the whole notion of work from home is a bit like the fake Marie Antoinette quote, "Let them eat cake." Mm-hmm. It's like really, you're going to work from home and you're going to make everyone else who made your car come work in the factory. You're going to make the people who make your food that gets delivered that they can't work from home. The people that come fix your house, they can't work from home, but you can. Does that seem morally right? That's messed up.
You see it as a moral issue?
Yes.
I mean, I see it more as
it's a productivity issue, but it's also a moral issue.
I don't know.
People should get off the goddamn mile high horse with the work from home.
If there's no other way for you to do your job, put the rivet in the little thing. The only way for you to do that is at the factory with the special screwdriver thing. Then that's where you got to be at. That is what. Am I lying?
No, I'm really appreciating your reaction because it's like you ain't hear that first time. You're like, wait, hold on.
It's like the more I hear it, the more I get outraged because I'm like.
Sometimes you got to hear something twice and be like, hold on, man.
If that's the only way you could get the pen and the paper, that's the only place the pen and the paper is at, then that's where you gotta go. But if you could use your computer, and here's the thing, most companies nowadays want you to work from home, right? Mm-hmm. It's not a moral issue, it's a saving them money issue. Because see, here's the thing, everybody, listen up now, check this out. You and your computer, okay, if they issue you a computer, they might make you use your own computer, which you paid for, mm-hmm. right?
Yes.
Then you using your electricity and your internet to do work for them. Mm-hmm. You see how much money they're saving? And they ain't got to pay no rent. They ain't got to get nothing fixed. They ain't got to get the light fixture fixed if it goes out. They don't have to pay any of that because you're not working in the building.
Yeah.
So they're saving a ton of money. And plus, you want to be at the house, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, hey, it's a win-win for everybody, right?
It's a win-win, especially when you look at the insurance policies that have to be put in place when you are in the workplace in case you get hurt.
Exactly.
But here's the real thing. The real thing is all these big companies went out and bought these huge buildings and corporations, and their headquarters is so-and-so, and they have this campus.
Right.
And like now they're thinking, we got to pay all these bills and keep these lights on, and ain't nobody showing up.
Exactly.
Like
Nobody's
somebody
gonna be
has
there.
to show up.
Right.
And that's the whole point, I believe, is the people that own these big buildings and corporations, they've already invested all of this money in real estate, and now you're saying that I can't even get anybody to come in to work.
Right.
So I feel them on that side of it. But on the flip side, I caught something that the second time that I didn't hear the first time as well. And that was, he says, what about the people that have to come out and fix your house or fix food? People can fix food from home.
Yes.
And you could work from home and be on call.
Yes.
And if someone needs something fixed at their house,
right,
you could just go from your house to their house and fix it.
Right.
The point I think most working people are saying is, why do I have to sit in a freaking office all day just to say I'm at work?
That's true.
Because that's basically what you're doing. You're just showing your face. If you're getting the same work done at home as you would in the building, what's the point of being in the building?
That's very true.
Just a thought. Just a thought. Hit us up, 833-212-1017. We want to know your thoughts. Brittany says, LMAO, a moral issue. He a mess. Get your bag by any means. I agree, Brittany. And Mr. Lee says, you have liabilities like workers' comp is not an issue at the job when you're working from home.
That's true.
That is very true.
Yes, very true.
Now, what if some of these corporations want to implement things like, we'll pay you more, but we're not going to give you any insurance if you work from home? Are you cool with that, Bailey?
Not at all, because I have learned, and if y'all don't know, don't take that. You falling for the okie doke for that, because that insurance is more expensive than a little bit when you like working independently like that. Everybody says, oh, yeah, you can go to the marketplace or hit this or that. Yeah, you know what? You can do that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's going to cost you an arm and a leg, where if you were working a regular gig and they had that included, that's important.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Don't always take into consideration when you're looking to work somewhere, what, do they have 401k? Do they have health insurance for you?
Mm-hmm.
Those are definite benefits that you should not take for granted.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Al the Third says, I think it's more of an issue of equity, but I do know it's a moral issue that corporations are not paying people a living wage, that they have to work 2 or 3 jobs. Burnout and lack of work-life balance is real, like in Japan, where they are working to death. I'm not sure what's going on in Japan, but I know in other countries they have adopted 3-day work weeks, 4-day work weeks to try and get that home work balance in your life. Not sure if that's going to be an option in the States anytime soon.
Probably not.
Probably not.
They ain't really trying to hear that right now.
No, they ain't trying to hear that, especially when the labor force is what it is at this juncture. But yeah, it is. To go as far as saying it's a moral issue.
Nah.
I think that's a stretch.
Yeah, that's a real stretch. And he should be wanting anybody that can work from home to work from home.
You would think. once again, you don't have to worry about workman's comp but I think it's the people that are the micromanagers who can't watch your every step. It's someone who isn't there to see if you really took a 30-minute lunch break or a 35-minute lunch break. I think those are the people that can't handle the fact that I can't keep my eyes on them. I can't monitor them.
And if that is your job to be a I don't like micromanagers.
Yeah, that's not cool.
I feel like we all grown. If you know what it is, you know what you're supposed to do.
Yep.
And anybody want me as their manager, let me know. But we all come together on one accord. You're supposed to do this and that. Make sure it gets done in a timely manner. As long as we do that, we good.
Yeah, you would think that is what comes along with getting hired somewhere.
Right.
Understanding the responsibilities that come along with that position.
Exactly.
I don't need you to remind me of that every day.
Exactly.
I know this show starts at 7 o'clock.
There you go.
I know I need to be here at some point before 7 to make sure that I'm ready to go.
Exactly.
I don't need you to call me every morning and say, "Are you ready?
Yeah.
Are you there yet?" But you do have some managers that have control issues like that.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't know. I don't believe it's a moral issue. I do believe it's a choice.
Yeah.
And if the productivity doesn't suffer, I think it should be an option.
Yeah.
Because if you're getting all this work done and you're at the crib, I'm not going to mess with you.
Exactly.
But now there's always that flip side though, baby.
There's always a flip. Well, let me just say this.
You can have the Telly Hughes workers where you do have to wonder if he's going to be working if he at the crib.
Well, and you know what? Here's my thing. You know what? At the end of the day, Elon owns his businesses. And if he say he wants you in the building, if you want to work at his businesses,
guess what?
You going to be in the building. Hey, everybody. Good morning. Donuts over here.
It's like Ja Morant. Look, if your boss at the NBA keep telling you, they done told you twice now, don't be waving no gun.
Hey.
Might not be a third time.
Hey, man, might not be a third time. That's what it is.
Man, oh man. Plenty more to get to on the other side of the break. We know you're enjoying this conversation, so never miss a show by streaming us on multiple platforms, the Truth app, Spotify, TuneIn, Stitcher, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts. Bailey Coleman in for Denise Moore. Truth Be Told with DT and Telly after the break.
Truth Be Told with DT and Telly returns after this on 1017 The Truth, the Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
On the Rocks Premium Cocktails offer modern twists on the classic cocktails. Developed by award-winning mixologists, the On the Rocks cocktails combine premium spirits and natural ingredients. Wherever you are, On the Rocks Premium Cocktails give you the convenience of bar-quality cocktails created with brands that you know and trust, like the Effin' Cosmopolitan and Hornitos Margarita. Pour over ice and enjoy. Please drink responsibly. On the Rocks ready-to-serve cocktails, 20 to 35% alcohol by volume.
Are you looking for an opportunity to better the Milwaukee community? Do you want to develop your skills for a career or job? City Year Milwaukee is recruiting for its 14th cohort of AmeriCorps members. We are hiring young adults ages 18 to 25 to serve our amazing scholars in Milwaukee Public Schools. This opportunity allows you to serve your community and gain professional development, which will allow you to enter the workforce, your next educational journey, or even stay with us for a second year of service. Visit cityyear.org to connect with our local recruiters and learn how to apply.
Truth Nation, it's your boy Tory Lowe, and I've helped over 250 families search for their loved ones, so I fully understand the trauma and stress this causes families. This is why it's important for me to help and protect families during their moment of crisis. So be sure to tune into the Tory Lowe Missing Person Special on Thursday, May 25th, as I speak with organizations and families about how we can better advocate for those searching for a loved one. So again, tap into the award-winning Tory Lowe Missing Person Special on May 25th from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. on 1017 The Truth.
Your first date? Going well. The carnival? Cash only. But you've got this, just like Associated Bank's got you, with access to over 30,000 surcharge-free ATMs. So when you decide to win that giant stuffed purple raccoon at $5 a throw, we're looking out for you, no matter how many throws it takes. You've got this, with 30,000 surcharge-free ATMs from Associated Bank. See associatedbank.com/checking or ask a banker for details. Member FDIC.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 1017 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Brandon Snide. After dropping 2 out of 3 games in St. Louis, the Milwaukee Brewers will begin a 3-game set down in Tampa against the Rays. Adrian Hauser slated to get the start tonight for the Brewers. That first pitch is scheduled for 5:40. Coverage over on WTMJ will get underway at 5 o'clock. To the NBA, where the Denver Nuggets hang on Thursday night for a Game 2 Western Conference Finals win over the Los Angeles Lakers. This one by a final of 108-103. The series now shifts to Los Angeles over the weekend. Speaking of Game 2, Boston will look to even things up tonight against the Miami Heat. Tip-off for that game is scheduled for 7:30. This sports update is brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
It is Truth Be Told with DT and Telly on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Trap House Mob.
Roll another one. Sit up, never like you know it's special packet with them automatics. We gon' set them to heaven. Wait. Hey. Woo! Oh, you feeling sturdy, Shake it.
Miss Bailey Coleman in for Denise Thomas this morning. Welcome back to Truth Be Told with DT and Telly. We've been discussing Elon Musk and his rationale as to why he thinks working from home is a moral issue, and that has really gotten people in Truth Nation up and buzzing. But I think overall the truth of the matter is, Bailey, it's all opinionated, and when it's coming from a person that is as rich as Elon, we all think like, man, what you know? Okay. Shut up. Like, what are you worried about?
And look, I'm working for you.
Exactly.
Hey, you want me to be in at 7? I'm here at 6:45 because I'll make sure you straight. You got your coffee and everything. What you need?
Look, baby,
look. My check gonna be here on the 15th.
Thank you.
The 31st. And what we doing?
We know what the main motivator will be. If he's like, I pay you $80,000 to stay at home and work, but I'll give you $180,000 if you come in. You're gonna be like, what time?
Hello. Just came to check on you. How you doing?
So we all know what talks, and but once again, I do think there had been such a long stigma of working from home, because before the pandemic, you work from home if something was wrong with you,
right?
Or you were on maternity leave,
right,
or
generally speaking,
yes.
There are companies that prior to the pandemic had everything from people working from home, but it was rare.
Yeah. I mean, we didn't that's when Zoom calls and Teams and all that became a thing once the pandemic came. Yeah.
And did you notice how all of the sudden, I had never been on a Teams call. I had never been on Zoom. And then all of a sudden, they're available right as the pandemic hit.
Yeah.
I was like,
Isn't that something?
Isn't that amazing? Something we never heard of before, just heard of in futuristic things. And all of a sudden now, it's here.
You're going to find a way to connect each other. And it just... the cyber world.
Yeah.
Like, you will
I don't-
never be
You know
disconnected.
what? Let me just say this.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all think what y'all want to. I think some of this is connected.
You think so?
I think there was a plan. Think about it.
Okay.
Right? Right?
I want to hear it.
Right? Right when the pandemic hit, all these companies all of a sudden had this thing called Teams, and you could talk to people from across the country on your computer, on your phone. That wasn't, we had FaceTime before that. Right?
Uh-huh.
We had different little things like that.
Yeah, now that you think about it.
But
Yeah,
then
you're right.
Corporately, all of a sudden,
Mm-hmm.
they roll out Teams. Here you go. Hey, pandemic going on. Just pick up the Teams thing right here. I'm like, what, wait, what? It seems awfully convenient. I think there was a plan behind that. I think all that was to launch Teams. See, y'all think I'm playing.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was to launch the whole video thing.
Well, Bailey, clearly you're not the only person that thinks that, because Brian just hit us up and said, of course, it was the
theories.
plandemic,
Yeah,
not
see?
pandemic.
There it
He
is.
called it the plandemic.
There it is. There it is. Yeah, they launched all that. You see, they made millions and millions. Brian, you're right.
Ooh,
Conspiracy theory behind that.
Hey,
It's too easy. It was too easy for them to roll that out to different companies. It was just like all of a sudden, boom, instead the pandemic hit, then that hit. I was like, wait a minute. It sounded like somebody playing this. Like, they were ready for this.
And then also plan for you to have to pay for this too.
Right, exactly.
Because you needed Zooms, you needed meetings, you needed Teams to have meetings.
Right.
And then it's, well, now you have to just subscribe.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, come on, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's all starting to connect.
They made hundreds of thousands of dollars.
It's all starting to connect. Because you really started to make me think about it. Like, honestly,
Really?
like none of that was. And if it was around, if it was around, it wasn't used hardly.
It wasn't used at all. Wasn't used at all.
Yeah.
Think about it. Because of the pandemic, we couldn't be in the same rooms together, even if we were in the same building.
Wow.
Even if you came into work, so we have 18 people in a building where we used to meet in one room, different places in the building meeting because of the pandemic.
Yeah.
See, I think
Rhea?
they knew that they had the opportunity to do this, but they just chose not to. All along, they're like, we can make people or have our workers work from home, but we don't want to.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh
without
yeah.
question.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
They meaning a lot of corporations and employers are fully aware
Oh yeah.
that a lot of the things they can accomplish in the workplace, they can accomplish at home. But once again, if I'm an employer, and I kind of feel them, if I own this building and I have this station,
Right.
but I can't get anybody to come in, but every month I'm paying however much for the mortgage, all these lights, all these bills and things like that. And then I can't get anybody to come in.
Right.
Like, I would have a problem with that too. I think if I was in those shoes, but like Rhea just said, they know, and most employers know, there are things there that entails in a job that can be done at home just as well as in the workplace.
Mm-hmm. So now when we think back about the whole Zoom and Teams thing, one of our callers said that Zoom and Teams killed Skype. Yeah, remember Skype was the only thing around for a long time.
Yeah.
That you could do anything vaguely like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where is Skype now?
Yeah. Skype is gone, and the first hour of Truth Be Told is gone. We're going to come back with our second hour. We got some hot, juicy topics, including unionized strippers in L.A. They got a union, Rhea. We gonna talk about that and much more. Second hour of Truth Be Told with DT and Telly coming up.
Mark your calendars for Tuesday, May 23rd for Secure Futures 2023 Investment Conference. Secure Futures empowers teens with financial education, tools, and mentorship as they strive to increase financial literacy of teens in Milwaukee. The 2023 Secure Futures Investment Conference will be a great opportunity to gain actionable investment insight from the best of the best in the financial industry. So join them on Tuesday, May 23rd for their 2023 Investment Conference. For ticket information, visit securefuturesconference.com.
Do you worry about how much someone drinks?
Do you feel angry or depressed most of the time? Do you feel neglected or unloved?
Do you feel you attract people who tend to be compulsive or abusive?
Do you have money problems because of someone else's drinking?
Are you afraid or embarrassed to bring your friends home?
Do you feel that if the drinker loved you, she or he would stop drinking?
If you answered yes to any of these questions, you are not alone.
More than half of all adults have a family history of alcoholism.
Not everyone trapped by alcohol is an alcoholic.
Families and friends are suffering too. Al-Anon and Alateen can help. Call 1-866-200-0223 or visit alanon.org/help.
We didn't know what to expect. We were just left in a hotel.
My mom was doing drugs in the house.
Tay and Brianna spent years of their childhood in homes that weren't safe. They were placed in foster care and longed for a permanent, loving home.
I didn't know what my future was.
I wouldn't speak to anyone. I was afraid of everything.
With help from the Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption, Brianna and Tay were adopted and now feel excited about their futures.
I'm studying to be a chef, and I really want to travel the world.
I'm going to be a mechanic, and I can focus on my career.
Right now, in the United States, there are more than 100,000 children in foster care, just like Brianna and Tay, who need a family now. Learn how you can help at davethomasfoundation.org.
Listen to the man who tells you exactly how he sees it. The Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris every weekday from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. on 101.7 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. It is Truth Be Told with DT and Telly on 101.7 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
This is a Missy Elliott exclusive. Yeah. Walk up in the thing, I be on my game. If it's competition, I put them to shame.
Welcome back to hour number 2 of Truth Be Told with DT and Telly, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee. In for Denise this morning is Miss Bailey Coleman. Good morning again, Miss Bailey.
Good morning.
I always got to put the miss in front of Bailey when Bailey's in here. And we want to also remind you this is Black Friday, powered by We Energy. So make sure you hit us up on the talk and text line 833-212-1017 to shout out your Black-owned business.
Oh, that's dope.
Yes. We love Black Friday, powered by We Energies here at Truth Be Told.
Absolutely. You want to shout out some Black-owned businesses?
Ooh, well, no, I can't technically, but people can call in. And do it.
Oh, they can call in.
Because if I start promoting businesses and then I'm not getting paid, I can't show those biases. As much as I do know a lot of Black-owned businesses, and shout out to all y'all, but if you want to give your business a shout out, once again, hit us up on the talk and text line 833-212-1017. 833-212-1717. And once again, the Black-owned business Give Back is back. We have again teamed up with Associated Bank to help local Black businesses grow and succeed together. The home of Milwaukee Black Talk will be giving away $6,000. That's right, 6 G's worth of free commercial advertising for 3 months to 5 Black businesses each quarter of 2023. To sign up for this incredible marketing opportunity, visit blackbusinessgiveback.com. That is blackbusinessgiveback.com. Let's rebuild our community's backbone through exposure on the truth. For official rules, head to blackbusinessgiveback.com. Associated Bank member FDIC. Great conversation so far. We have been talking about Elon Musk and him explaining why he thinks is a moral issue working from home. We also discussed the Milwaukee Kia Hyundai thefts class action lawsuit is settled for $200 million.
The check coming, y'all.
And our girl Rhea, who is in for Benjamin this morning, is a part of that. Rhea, you ready to get broke off?
I need something.
And you deserve something.
You deserve two Kias?
2 Kias stolen and broken into, and oh my gosh.
And I love my car. I'm so sad.
I feel out. Oh gosh, I feel
for you, Rhea.
I feel so bad. Once again, Black Friday, powered by We Energy. Shout out your Black-owned businesses at 833-212-1017. Dwayne hit us up and says, shout out to Twisted Plants and Pepper Pot.
Ooh, Pepper Pot.
Yes.
Ooh.
I'm a fan of the Twisted Plants. That's actually one of my favorite restaurants in Milwaukee because, of course, it's all plant-based.
I'm a fan of Pepper Pot.
Pepper Pot fire, too.
Let me tell you something. Those egg rolls.
I was just about to say.
Buddy.
There's some people that fight over them egg rolls.
Hey, I'm one of them. I had to take my son there last week. We went up in there on King Drive. Had a great time.
Yeah.
Some egg rolls. That was it.
Yeah, the one on King Drive, they sometimes have live music, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they do.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, it's a nice spot.
Yeah.
Nice place to go.
Nice spot. So once again, you can hit us up, 833-212-1017, and shout out your Black-owned businesses. Black Friday, powered by We Energies. It's Friday, May 19th, 2023. We have made it to the end of the week. And once again, Bailey Coleman is in for Denise Thomas, who is in the UK. She attended the Beyonce concert on Wednesday in Wales. And she was in Wales. And a side note that we mentioned, but worth mentioning again, Beyonce made Natalia Bryant, the late Kobe Bryant's daughter, an intern on the Renaissance Tour. She is being credited as an intern on the Renaissance Tour. That is such a huge deal.
She gonna get a check every time she turn around.
Every time she turns around.
She's getting a check.
That is so amazing. But another story moving on, Bailey, that I want to get to, and it's a question that is going to be a more pertinent question as we get closer to the election, presidential election, and that is, how old is too old to serve?
So we talked about this. Senator Dianne Feinstein of the great state of California, I believe. She has been in and out, off and on work. They've been trying to get her to give up her seat because she's been out ill. I mean, when you start getting older, these things happen, right? Mm-hmm. She's 89 now. She's been doing it for a long time. They want her to give up her seat because they feel like, well, she's not able to do her job the way she needs to do her job at 89. The question is, she says she's still functional. Her mind is still fine. She's still doing her thing. She had a couple illnesses, but nothing major. She can do the job. Now, I'm going to say, a couple times they caught her sister falling asleep.
Maybe she had a late night, baby.
She had a late night. Well, see, that kind of,
sometimes that happens, man.
Yeah, I mean, you could be young, super young, and that happened to you, right? Now, mind you, the average age of someone that is a senator is 55 years old, or 57, I think they said, 57 years old. That's the average age. Okay.
Uh-huh.
She's 89. She's been doing it a long time. At what point is it time to give it up?
Why is there no age limit?
Should there be one?
There definitely should be one. Why is it one where I can at 65 or 62 or whatever, I can start getting Social Security, and so I'm old enough to get.
Some people start before then.
Yeah, but
there's a lot of people think about it. There's a lot of people that don't live that long, and guess what happens to their Social Security and stuff? It just goes back in the system. Sometimes their family, can get it or whatever, like a child.
But it's only a certain amount of time until that child turns 18 or whatever. All type of circumstances.
A lot of people don't even make it to 65 to get that.
Thank you.
But the Supreme Court justices are on for a lifetime. They could be Ruth Bader Ginsburg. How old was she? Like in her 90s?
She was up there. She was up there.
She wasn't 90. She was close to it.
Yes.
So at what point is there a point? I feel like, I'm just be honest with you. As long as you got your faculties and you voting the way I want you to vote, you good.
Right. As long as you agree with me. We good.
But I feel like as long as you have your faculties,
But who tests those? Who is the person that's going to make sure year after year that, all right, this person is straight?
Well, they all have to see like doctors and all that kind of stuff, right? They all got to see their doctors.
And I'm sure your doctor can tell or put the report out there that you want. Think about it.
Well,
Donald Trump, the only time we heard that he was sick was he allegedly caught COVID, and then we found out that that fool almost died.
Yeah, exactly.
At Walter Reed.
Did you realize did you check out he was looking a special color orange after that too?
Yeah, he was. He looked like he was knocking on death's door.
Yeah,
he looked terrible.
He did.
And then that fool got out and without a mask and got back in the car and was waving to folks. I'm like, fool, you almost died. You still don't want to wear a mask.
Exactly.
But
came all back up into the White House and everything too.
And so,
can you imagine?
So when you look at it from, if these public servants or politicians, you say and they have been elected to serve, what's wrong with psychological tests every year after the age of 70 or something like that, just to make sure everything is good?
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah,
I don't have a problem with that, and they shouldn't either. But I think that they do that though, because that's what Trump was talking about. They had tested him, right?
And he passed with flying colors. Exactly. I'm imagining
exactly. And he was like dog, ship, boat.
Let me go outside and hold this Bible up upside down.
Exactly.
When you think of all the stuff that fool did, my goodness, man. My goodness. But it's a question I said that definitely will become much more important, because when you look at Joe Biden, who is 80, who has said that he will run for re-election, and you have Donald Trump, who has said that he will run again, and he's 76. And you're talking about starting another presidency, another 4-year term at the age of 77. 77. And Joe Biden will be 81, I want to say, or maybe even 82 when he's inaugurated, because the election will take place in 24, and the inauguration usually takes place in January or No, is it November? I'm not sure.
I think it's January because it's cold outside.
Yes, it's always cold. So I think Joe Biden will be 82 if he's inaugurated president again. And do we and you talk about falling asleep and stuff like that? Joe Biden be falling off bikes and don't even be pedaling. They're like, hey, come on, man.
But hey, he's probably he's in great shape though. You know, I mean, we could joke about it, but he goes for a run every day.
Yeah.
You know, he's and they say that he is very, very present in the moment and very, much more he's very vibrant and he's very, he doesn't have like, you could tell he's, whatever.
Yeah.
Only thing I want to do is I want them to get him implants instead of the dentures that he got.
Why are we talking about dentures and implants about the leader of the free world?
Because I feel like that's the only thing. That's why people think he's stuttering and stuff like that, right? Because of his. I always feel like when I listen to him that he's trying to keep them in.
Yeah, but when you get older, sometimes you forget your thoughts. Too, by the way,
that's true.
So the whole stuttering thing might be trying to remember what the heck he was going to say.
Yeah.
Then there's that.
He's pretty on top of things. He's pretty much, which we can't say for Donald Trump because I felt like at any point with him that there was liable to be anything going on. I mean, I felt like it could be today. Today could be the day.
Mm-hmm.
That anything could happen. And anything was happening every day.
It was. It was
getting bigger and bigger as we went along.
Yeah. So the question, Truth Nation, should there be an age limit or how old is too old to serve? Hit us up on the talking text line 833-212-1017. More Truth Be Told with DT and Telly when we return.
Truth Be Told with DT and Telly returns after this on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
What's up, Truth fam? This is Carrie Noni from 101.7 The Truth, and I want you to tune into The Truth this Saturday at noon for another episode of More Than a Movement powered by Planned Parenthood Advocates of Wisconsin. We will highlight some of the most powerful conversations that I've had with health justice advocates who fight for equality and rights of all. Again, that is More Than a Movement powered by Planned Parenthood Advocates of Wisconsin this Saturday at noon on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth.
Are you looking for an opportunity to better the Milwaukee community? Do you want to develop your skills for a career or job? City Year Milwaukee is recruiting for its 14th cohort of AmeriCorps members. We are hiring young adults ages 18 to 25 to serve our amazing scholars in Milwaukee Public Schools. This opportunity allows you to serve your community and gain professional development, which will allow you to enter the workforce, your next educational journey, or even stay with us for a second year of service. Visit cityyear.org to connect with our local recruiters and learn how to apply.
60% of Wisconsin residents cannot correctly answer basic financial literacy questions, and over half are living paycheck to paycheck. Secure Futures is helping by equipping teens with transformative money management skills, tools, and mentoring. They gain the financial knowledge to reach their goals and keep their families and communities economically secure. But this vital work cannot be done without your help. You can change a teen's life today as a volunteer or supporter. For more information or to learn how to get involved, visit securefutures.org.
Home practice is about to begin. Your daughter's new tap shoes? Loud. Your son's new tuba? Louder. But you got this. Just like Associated Bank's got you with $50 overdraft Greystone. So if you lose track of expenses buying some noise-canceling and sanity-saving headphones, we've got your back. You got this with $50 overdraft Greystone from Associated Bank. See associatedbank.com/checking or ask a banker for details. Member FDIC.
June is National Home Ownership Month, and only 25% of African Americans in the city of Milwaukee own their homes, despite the fact that we make up 40% of the population. At the core mission of National Home Ownership Month is the belief that every person deserves the chance to live with security, dignity, and hope in a place that they can call home. That is why the award-winning 1017 The Truth is proud to announce our first annual home buying seminar on Wednesday, June 14th, presented by Axe Housing and BMO Harris Bank. This informative home buying seminar begins at 5 p.m., and we will have real estate agents, home buying coaches, and mortgage advisors on site to break down the home buying process step by step. We will have professionals there who can do a soft credit pull to review your credit history and to get you pre-approved for a home loan on the spot. Yes, on the spot, home loan pre-approvals. Limited spots are available, so go to 1017thetruth.com right now to secure your space. That's 1017thetruth.com to sign up for our home buying seminar on Wednesday, June 14th at 5 p.m., presented by Axe Housing and BMO Harris Bank.
You are listening to Truth Be Told with DT and Telly on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
I got loyalty, got royalty inside my DNA. Cocaine quarter piece, got war and peace inside my DNA. I got power, poison, pain, and joy inside my DNA. I got hustle, though, ambition, flow inside my DNA. I was born like this, and born like this, immaculate conception.
One call, that's all is right. Now is your chance to be entered to win our One Call, That's All 5K giveaway winner. You heard me. That's right. $5,000. Be caller number 7 right now and be entered to win $5,000. Remember, if you or a loved one has been injured in an accident, call Gruber Law Offices now. One call, that's all. Be caller number 7 and win this money from the One Call, That's All 5K giveaway. For official contest rules, visit 1017thetruth.com or call now at 833-212-1017. And we also want to remind you that you can hit up that same number and get involved with this conversation. We've hit up a lot of topics this morning, Bailey.
Look, I done got a book over here for my siblings that work from home. I was like, all right, y'all, I get it. Yeah.
We just wrap it up. We were talking about how old is too old to serve. Senator Dianne Feinstein, 89 years old, 89 years young,
yes,
has not been active in the Senate as of late, dealing with some health issues, and many are wondering if and when she will step aside. And
she already said that she wasn't going to run for another, that she was going to give up her seat. She wasn't going to run for another term.
Okay.
Right.
How many consecutive terms?
18 trillion. I don't know. But
yes.
It's a lot. Think
about
it. 89. So she's had a lot. So she said she's not going to run for the next term, but they were trying to get her to give up her seat before then.
Yeah.
Like, nah, I'm rocking this out.
What you say? I'm good. I'm good.
Right here.
Well, speaking of bringing people together in the Senate and government and policies and unions, interesting story out of L.A. Dancers at Los Angeles bar to become only unionized strippers in U.S. after 15-month battle.
Wow. The strippers are unionizing. They got a union out there.
Hey,
only in Los Angeles. Right?
Look, if you could bring the Bloods and Crips together, what makes you think you can't bring dancers and strippers together to get that money?
There you go.
But I wonder what that be. Are there union dues?
Yeah, you got to pay your dues. If you belong to a union, you got to pay your dues. I just want to know how much their dues are and when they do. When they do, what do their dues do?
I don't know. But according to this report, and this is on the AP News, by the way, for 15 months, dancers at the club have sought safer workplace conditions, better pay, and health insurance, among other benefits.
Oh, wow, health insurance.
But their unionization drive was stalled by objections and legal challenges from the club's management.
Well, I mean, how do they get paid? Do they get a monthly salary? They get
I just thought if you're good enough to make brothers make it rain on you, that's what you get.
They getting 401ks over there? What they getting? I just want to know. I'm just saying. I mean, they unionize now.
I am not knocking them, Bailey, because go for the gusto. Ask for a gym membership too. It's all a part of the job.
It's a part of the job. I just want to know what the better working conditions are. What is it? I mean, do we need chalk on the poles or whatever? What is the work? What are the better working conditions? Like, if you don't want to dance on the pole, you don't have to, or you have to dance on the pole 3 times a week. Is that what it is?
Look, somebody need to sanitize that pole after the last dance. That's safer, like health reasons.
I mean. Can you not throw dollars anymore because it's, you might slip on one while you're out there working the pole?
And by the way, money might be the dirtiest and germiest thing that you can have. Think about how many people have their hands when you exchange money.
Well, let me just say this. What are they supposed to use their debit or credit card to get a tip? Is that what it is? Is that how they make it rain?
Swipe that thing.
Swipe it. What do they have people coming up with swipe machines now?
I don't know. I'm not sure. Especially not this club. I don't know. Well, of course, this would definitely get the talking text line lit up, 833-212-1017. First, Dwayne says, union dues off for those that get caught up with an NBA player in the back to retain a lawyer. That could be one thing. Yeah. And Black Conscious hit us up and says, strippers going to pay their union dues with those crumbled up singles.
See, there it is.
And the last texter might have said it best, because this was exactly what I was thinking when I first heard this. Not the strippers union.
Yes,
LOL.
Yes, the strippers union. They have a union. They are people too. Know this. Know this. I mean, think about that. Sanitize. That's a safer working environment.
Oh my gosh. And to further get into this story, the union announced this week that management had agreed to a settlement. A formal vote count by the National Labor Relations Board has been set for Thursday.
Wow.
So this will happen next Thursday. And this might be a story we actually will keep you posted on.
You gonna make sure you follow that one, cause see, that's dangerous. Hey, if y'all that go to strip clubs, you might end up having to pay more money to go to strip club in Los Angeles. And if they unionize, what's to say they won't unionize across the country? Then what? They cannot unionize in Atlanta. There's far too many of them.
Far too many
of them.
I could just see on the Players Club, Dollar Bill having this conversation with one of his strippers, be like, look, you ain't moving and clapping that thing like you need to. What's the problem? And then her response is, yes, I am. Don't you see how hard I'm working? They only giving me a few dollars. You know what? I'm going to my union rep.
Exactly.
You go to your union rep. Man, Dollar Bill over there tripping again. He talking about I ain't moving, and everybody saw how hard I was popping that thing when my song came on.
Yep.
And they wasn't trying to tip.
Exactly.
So why am I working that hard and I ain't getting no tips?
Exactly.
And he gonna come to me and we need to do something about this.
Yeah, exactly.
So is there going to be a commission? Is there going to be an arbitrator? Who's the arbitrator? Who's the arbitrator? The pimp? I'm like, look, man, he ain't been handling my women right.
And look, everybody ain't got one of them. They don't all have. Most of them probably don't even have them. Ain't they outdated? Aren't they outdated?
Look, Black Conscious is on the road this morning. He texts back, local union TNA.
Oh, see.
What's going to be their badge?
Oh gosh.
and logo.
No. It's just gonna be a poll.
Oh my goodness.
No.
Only in Hollyweird.
Only in Hollywood. Only in Hollywood.
A union for dancers. Let me dancers slash strippers.
This is not the ballet, darling. It's not the ballet. This is the strippers.
Oh my goodness.
Strippers.
I'm almost at a loss for words. I'm just picturing this, like I said, this meeting, and when you have a regular job, if you got a problem with your boss, you say, hey, I'm going to my union rep.
Right.
So who's the union rep? The vet, the one that's been in the game for? I don't know. I'm going way down a path.
You going down the path.
I'm not sure where it's going to end up. So this is a great time to take a break. More Truth Be Told with DT and Telly.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
When we come back,
okay,
this is what we got to talk about.
What we got to talk about?
It's barbecue season.
Yes, Memorial Day is coming up. You're right.
We got some serious things to discuss.
Yeah, we got to discuss that. That's right.
Right after the break.
There it is.
Don't touch that dial. Truth Be Told with DT and Telly will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
All Brewers games are on sale now, including a Memorial Day weekend showdown with the Giants, Thursday, May 25th through Sunday, the 28th. Start the long weekend right at Aloha Friday on the 26th and get a Brewers Hawaiian shirt with a special ticket package. Then take home a Christian Yelich patriotic jersey giveaway on Saturday, the 27th, presented by Chevrolet. Get your seats at Brewers.com.
Life's better with an auto policy from American Family Insurance. No matter what dreams you're driving towards. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto coverage at the right price. You'll also save up to 23% when you bundle auto with home. American Family Insurance. Get a quote, find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Dear hero, whoever you are, you save lives. I live with sickle cell and the pain and the issues that come along with sickle cell every day. I've had lots and lots of blood transfusions over my lifetime, probably in the hundreds. Blood helps me to be able to live.
My final tour was in Afghanistan in 2008. I was hit June 3rd. The next thing I remember, I woke up in Germany. The doctor came in and said, we're going to amputate your leg. I had to get a lot of blood transfusion to stay alive.
Because of you, I'm allowed to see my son grow up.
Because of you, I got a second chance at life.
Giving equals living. Give blood. Replenish the supply. Make an appointment to give today by visiting hhs.gov/giveblood. This message is brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Kids across America are going to school hungry. Millions of kids every day. Hungry kids get sick more often and can struggle in school. It can be harder for them to focus and learn. But one simple thing can help change all of this for a hungry child in America. Good healthy food and the energy it brings. With help from caring people across America, No Kid Hungry is providing healthy meals and hope to hungry kids so they can build better futures.
We want to ensure that all of our kids have healthy meals every day.
Thank you.
Thank you for helping feed our kids. To learn more about ending child hunger in America, go to helpnokidhungry.org today.
We are still seeing a great ride out there. A little bit tight on northbound 41 right around Watertown Plank Road, but overall everything is moving along smoothly. It's a little bit of that building volume around the area, nothing else slowing you down. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, partly cloudy, breezy, a high of 67. Tonight, clear and cool, a low of 46. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 1017 The Truth.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 1017 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Brandon Snide. After dropping 2 out of 3 games in St. Louis, the Milwaukee Brewers will begin a 3-game set down in Tampa against the Rays. Adrian Hauser slated to get the start tonight for the Brewers. That first pitch is scheduled for 5:40. Coverage over on WTMJ will get underway at 5 o'clock. To the NBA, where the Denver Nuggets hang on Thursday night for a Game 2 Western Conference Finals win over the Los Angeles Lakers. This one by a final of 108-103. The series now shifts to Los Angeles over the weekend. Speaking of Game 2, Boston will look to even things up tonight against the Miami Heat. Tip-off for that game is scheduled for 7:30. This sports update is brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
More of Truth Be Told with DT and Telly is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
That song right there, Bailey, kind of gets you in that summer mode, backyard barbecue, partying. It's that time.
No, you're going to hear that. You're going to hear some Frankie Beverly and Maze.
All that. We are one.
Yeah, we're going to hear some Beyonce remake of Frankie Beverly and Maze because we need to get that. We going to hear it. It's going to be cooking. And, for us, like my family, anytime is a great time for a barbecue. Usually the big family barbecue is when my son and I go back for his birthday. That has turned into the big family. That's when I see all my nieces and nephews and everybody.
So they hook it up back in Seattle for you and your son.
Yeah, when we go back for his birthday, which is usually around August 25th or so, sometime in that area, we'll go back and hang out and, have a great time.
Yeah.
But those family barbecues be epic.
Gosh.
Man. You know what I mean? But there's always that one person.
Uncle Joe?
It could be Auntie Sue.
Yeah, you know how Joe get when he start drinking now.
Hey.
When he be off that high life.
But, hey.
You know how he is.
Hey.
And then here come Uncle Joe with a cup full of ice and high life. You're like, how are you drinking? Keep it cold. Keep it cold.
Keep it cold.
So, yes, Memorial Day is coming up. Barbecue season is here. And there are a lot of things that go into these barbecues. It's not just a few people get together, put some meat on the grill, and that's it.
No, it's never like that.
Most barbecues that I've attended,
the right ones,
it's an experience.
The whole production.
It's a whole production. And the meat is usually not the headliner. It's the chef or the grill master who is there. He's the show to let you know that this is what he does.
Exactly.
He gets down like this.
Yes.
And so, Bailey, you had proposed an interesting question. When it comes to barbecues, and we know how serious these productions can be.
Yes, they are. And for an African American family,
it's a production.
This is a production. And okay, let's break it down for real. You know who gonna be late.
Yep.
So you prepared to eat without their food there.
Yep.
Because you know who gonna be late.
Girl, I had to do some running around, and you know how it is.
Yeah, they don't even usually get no excuse. They just be like, y'all know what it is.
Y'all know.
I got a niece like that.
Were you expecting me to show up on time?
Exactly. I got a couple nieces like that. You know what it is. I don't even know why you tripping.
So the question is, if you're a person let's just say you don't like to spend a whole lot of money on anybody, including yourself.
No.
Okay. What do cheap people? Okay. What do cheap people bring to a barbecue? Are these the people that just show up with a case of water or like, well, I stopped by to get you some forks?
You know
like
what?
Food, we don't need no forks. We eat hot dogs.
Okay, first of all, let me just say this. Okay, look, now hold on. Now, I'm gonna say this. I am not a cheap person, but I was sitting and I was talking to my sister about this very topic just the other day. I'm not a cook though. I'll go buy whatever.
Okay.
But I usually get the cups, the utensils, the paper. Tell me you don't appreciate that. I don't go and get 5. So you can't say the person that brings the utensils and stuff is cheap unless they only bring one for themselves.
Bailey, here's the thing. You could be cheap and still look like you balling.
That's true.
You get to the barbecue, what does a barbecue always need and always runs out of? Ice.
Oh, there you go.
So
there
you show up with 4 bags of ice, they're going to be like, you the man.
You winning.
Come on now.
You winning.
Everybody want to make sure they got ice for their drinks and it's hot out.
It's just like one of my friends told me that, one of her relatives showed up with, a bag of chips. But it wasn't the big bag. It was a little snack size. I'm here. Y'all ready? Y'all ready?
Oh, y'all don't want none? I'll take it home with me then.
Okay.
It's probably because there was only 17 chips in there,
Right,
literally.
Exactly.
But what do cheap people bring to a barbecue? And there are a lot of options. And outside of water, soda, plasticware, I mean, even if you stop at your local grocery store and get like 2 pounds of potato salad, like that's going to be under.
No, ain't nobody.
Ain't doing that.
You got to be able to get the. You got to be able to get the potato salad from the. You got to be able to make it.
Yeah.
And if you can't,
Yeah.
If you can't make it, then the store thing might be okay substitution. But one of our texters said that cheap people bring their family. Cheap bring. Somebody else said empty Cool Whip containers.
Why? So you can pack up stuff to go?
Apparently, that's what it is.
Oh gosh. Well, we did get Black Conscious to call in. Black Conscious, what are your thoughts? What would a cheap person bring to a barbecue, or what should they bring? Hello, Black Conscious, you there? Well, we'll come back to Black Conscious. But once again, you can hit us up on the talk and text line, 833-212-1017. Dwayne says they show up with a 2-liter soda and green bean casserole. That's a barbecue I would not want to participate in.
Exactly.
Green bean casserole?
Ugh.
What type of doggone barbecue? All right. Yeah.
See?
This is a judge-free zone, but I will say, I've never been to a barbecue where green bean casserole was on the menu.
Right, exactly.
The caller says even cheap folks can bring the beer for Uncle Joe. 30-pack, $14.99 on sale Memorial Day.
Hey.
There it is. I'm telling you, there's a way. You could always show up with something, and if everybody needs it, you look like the hero.
Exactly.
Rhea, do we have Black Conscious back?
Let's try it again.
All
Sorry,
right, all right, Black Conscious. What's up, man?
Okay, that's my bad. I'm going to get it to work.
All right, Black Conscious. Hang in there. We getting it together. But once again, cheap folks, there are options. But to show up empty-handed, to me, that's inexcusable.
You need to at least bring something. You know what I mean?
Something.
Like
the caller said, you can always get some beer. There's always
Look,
going to be somebody
look.
there that drinks the cheapest beer.
Hold on. Go by Dollar Tree. For $4, you could probably get you, one of the big bags of chips. Now, don't bring the little bags of chips. The big bags of chips. You could get you probably about $4, $4.75 or whatever. You good. You look like a winner then. But if you just bring one bag of chips and they small, that's not the move.
Well, Bailey, let's also make sure we put this disclaimer out there. It also depends on what barbecue you're going to. All right? Because if you show up with a big old bag of chips that just say chips on it,
Oh yeah, you can't do the generic.
and it's as tall as me,
Look,
and you pay $4 for it,
look.
probably I'll be like, hey man, you can go ahead and take that back home, man.
Right.
We good.
Right. You can't go with the generics. If you go to a good Dollar Tree. What did she say? No, Dollar Tree brand chips. No, you cannot.
Yeah, don't
No,
show
you can't
up.
have the Dollar Tree brand chips. We have to, they have name brand like Doritos and stuff. in there.
Yeah.
Y'all can go in there.
Yeah.
And then, that's good.
Don't show up with what you gonna tell us is strawberry soda, and then on the label it just says red soda.
Yeah.
Like, not gonna drink it.
Can't get the cheap non-name brand soda. Yeah, that wouldn't be good either.
Yeah. So, once again, cheap people, what do you bring to a barbecue? And if you're wondering, am I a cheap person? Am I the person they're talking about? Most likely we are.
Right. Yes, most likely we are.
So we want to know, hit us up, Truth Nation, once again, 833-212-1017. We're talking about what do cheap people bring to a barbecue. Remember to join us here on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth as we stream live on YouTube and Twitter at 101.7 The Truth. We'll return with more Truth Be Told with DT and Telly next.
Truth Be Told with DT and Telly returns after this on 101.7 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Thank you, Truth Nation. Your willingness to share your stories with our community has helped make the Tory Lowe Show a two-time First Place Wisconsin Broadcasters Association Award winner.
Hey, I'm tapping in from the Milwaukee County Jail. Yeah, man, they treating us real bad up in here, man. I mean, they can have us sleeping in feces and urine. They took the batteries from us, told us there wasn't no batteries in stock. I ain't never heard that in my life.
We do this all for you, Milwaukee. We are the award-winning 1017 The Truth, Milwaukee Black Talk. This is your Financial Empowerment Minute on the new 1017 The Truth, presented by Northwestern Mutual.
So if folks don't have budgets, first and foremost, would you all recommend that they put together a B word?
Well, you know what? I think I got another B word.
Is yours the other B word? What B word is yours?
So here's my deal. I don't think most people have a budgeting problem. I think most people have a behavioral problem.
Oh.
Okay. So the budget is no good if you're not going to make a commitment to follow through on what you're doing. And I think that's really the key. You got to have enough courage to sit down and go through all your expenses, but then you do need to kind of have that real conversation and hold yourself to the fire to actually commit to doing the action. When me and Erica merged years ago, she has a budget, right, where it actually annualizes how much money you're spending for the year on that said thing. So if you were to put in, say, $100 a month for your coffee, whatever it may be, on her budget, you're going to see it actually being $1,200 for the year.
Tune into The Truth every month for our financial empowerment interviews with Northwestern Mutual.
On the Rocks Premium Cocktails offer modern twists on the classic cocktails. Developed by award-winning mixologists, the On the Rocks cocktails combine premium spirits and natural ingredients. Wherever you are, On the Rocks Premium Cocktails give you the convenience of bar-quality cocktails created with brands that you know and trust, like the Effin' Cosmopolitan and Hornitos Margarita. Pour over ice and enjoy. Please drink responsibly. On the Rocks ready-to-serve cocktails, 20 to 35% alcohol by volume.
Adopt US Kids presents What to Expect When You're Expecting a Teenager.
Learning the lingo.
Today I'm going to help parents translate teen slang. Now, when a teen says something is on fleek, it's exactly like saying, that's rad. It simply means that something is awesome or cool. Another one is totes. It's exactly like saying, totally, just shorter. As in, I totes love going to the mall with Becca. Another word you might hear is jelly. Jelly is a shorter, better way to say jealous. As in, Chloe, I am like so jelly of your unicorn phone case.
You don't have to speak teen to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will think you're, rad, just the same. To learn more, visit adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
It is Truth Be Told with DT and Telly on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Welcome back to Truth Be Told with DT and Telly. Bailey Coleman in for Denise this morning as we wrap things up on this Friday morning. A lot of interesting conversation. Our boss, director of content, Kyle Wallace, has stepped in, and I had a question for him. I mean, he's running things around here. He makes sure we all good, and he's a good representative, a good leader.
He sure is.
And I think he would be a fine leader for the strippers union. Kyle, I think you'd be really good with being the union rep.
Yeah,
is that something you might be interested in?
I mean, I grew up in a union household, and I think, like I said off air, damn, I love the strippers.
There it is.
Here. I'm more than happy to, help them get what they
do what they deserve.
Going up and down the pole, as you said. I'm proud of that pole logo, Bailey.
And make sure that it's a safe workplace and comfortable, and make sure they sanitize the pole, to make sure that everybody's clean.
I'm still out on a safe workplace. I don't know what that would mean for them.
When we say no touching, we mean no touching. I'm right there with them. I support it.
There it is.
In the champagne room. Now, but Kyle, before you go, what happens? I gave the scenario. What if Dollar Bill has a problem with one of his employees, and you, the union rep, and you got to represent for your client?
We'll go back. We'll review the tape.
Okay.
We'll get stories from all the girls and the ladies. And then, as they do with a lot of unions, most of the time unions win. So I think my girls will be okay. And I'm not a pimp. I'm just a union rep.
Okay. I was just about to say, it sure sounds like some pimpish game right there.
Right, exactly.
But it also sounds like he'd be a great union rep.
Oh, he loved the pole logo. He good.
My strippers have rights. You ain't about to take our rights.
We better stop before the strippers be outside.
They'll be outside. Be like, look, girl, y'all heard what they saying on the truth.
And Bailey's laughing. Yeah, I am.
She co-signing over there.
Right up here, co-signing with my signature.
We done worked 15 months to get where we are. And they sitting up here laughing.
Exactly.
But we covered a multitude of topics this morning, and starting with Milwaukee Kia and Hyundai thefts class action lawsuit settled, $200 million in that lawsuit, and our own
checks coming.
Yeah, Rhea, we are definitely excited for you. Hopefully, some big dividends coming your way.
We
soon.
need a lunch commitment from Rhea before her check.
Look,
We need a lunch.
Ain't that how we do, Rhea? We spending your money before you even get it.
All $2 of it.
Oh man, that's funny. And Once again, of course, it's Friday, Black Friday, powered by We Energy. Shout out your Black-owned businesses, and we got a shout out to All Around Sharp 360 Photo Booths, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. You can hit them up at 414-213-6814. Once again, 414-213-6814. We had a great experience and are looking forward to giving your guests a great experience at your next special occasion. May, June special. Purchase 1 hour of 360 video time and receive the second hour for free. Our business mission is to financially support weekend food programs for children. Thank you for sharing. This is a Black-owned business. Thank you for shouting that out once again.
That was a full shout out.
That is. But that's what you need to do. You need to let people know what you got going on and how they can benefit from your business. Once again, that was the All Around Sharp 360 Photo Booths, and you can hit them up at 414-213-6814. And Bailey, we talk about a lot of things that's going on now, and one of the big things is that 360 photo booth. Every party you go to,
exactly,
they
I
have
love those.
them.
That's fun.
Yep, so hit them up. We also talked about what do cheap people bring to a barbecue, and the Angels Advocate says cheap, but the life of the barbecue, I would bring one big watermelon. That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Yeah, you could chop it up. You always want fresh fruit and stuff like that when it's hot out.
Yeah, that's not necessarily cheap unless you get one of those little ones. You see the little ones. So if you bring one of them, then we got a problem.
It's little because it's seedless. It's like food.
No,
it's little because it's little.
Exactly. Yeah, you definitely got to get a big one, but that's not necessarily cheap, especially if you bring more than one too.
No, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
We also talked about Elon Musk explaining why he thinks working from home is a moral issue, and there were both sides of it. But at the end of the day, he owned one. It's easy to say that when you don't have to go to work.
Right. Exactly.
Well, away from home.
Right.
And all week, Denise has been out. She, of course, celebrated her birthday on Tuesday by going to the Beyonce concert in Wales on Wednesday. Mm-hmm. And she had a great time. She checked in with us yesterday. And the caller, he's a little concerned. The caller says Denise might have found the prince she was talking about. Today is the first day she didn't call and check in with y'all in Truth Nation. That was by schedule, but the caller, you might
be right.
You might be on to something.
You might be on to something.
Well, one thing for sure, we're going to find out if she's back on Monday.
Exactly. Y'all call me, I'll know what's going on.
Because Denise does return on Monday. And another side note about that Renaissance tour by Beyonce, it was made public that Natalia Bryant is credited as an intern on the Renaissance tour. What a really, really cool gesture by Beyonce, bestowing that honor and label on the late, great Kobe Bryant's daughter, who is 20 years old. Natalia Bryant is credited as an intern on the Renaissance tour. And for those who know how that goes and how that works, cha-ching!
She get a check.
Get a check.
Everybody love a good check.
We love checks.
Yes.
We love checks. We also talked about how old is too old to serve. Senator Dianne Feinstein, 89 years old. Joe Biden, 80 years old. Donald Trump, 76. And these are all people that still want to serve. And we had some interesting takes on that. And we'll see moving forward. But Bailey, it's been fun. It's been great.
It's been my pleasure. Thanks for having me.
No, thanks for coming in. We know it is a grind to get up this early, but once you get here, it's always promised to have fun.
Oh, absolutely.
Rhea, thank you for stepping in for Benjamin.
Thanks for having me, y'all.
Hope you had some fun. I know this is a little early for you.
It is.
But once again, like I told Bailey, once you get here and get going, you had a little fun, right?
Yeah,
Hopefully,
I'm in here laughing.
yeah. Hopefully you had a little fun. Same thing for you, Truth Nation. We always appreciate you joining us every morning from 7 to 9 here on Truth Be Told with DT and Telly. Once again, we thank Bailey Coleman for filling in. Sherwin Hughes is up next. Denise Thomas is back on Monday. Have a great Friday.
Around like rolling. Damn, that's messed up. I should've listened when my mama told me that if you play now, you're gonna suffer later. Figured she was talking yang, so I paid her no attention and kept missing the point she tried to poke me with. The doper that I get, the more I'm feeling broke as shit. But that don't matter though, I am an OUT ass, so get up off your ass.
Get up, get out and get something. Don't let the days of your life pass by. You need to get up, get out and get something. Don't spend all your time trying to get high. You need to get up, get out, and get something. How will you make it if you never even try? You need to get up, get out, and get something. Cause you and I got to do for you and I.
It's 1017 The Truth, Sherwin Hughes, and I'm excited about our Truth Financial Empowerment Partnership with Northwestern Mutual. They're a national leader in financial services, and every month I'll be speaking with a representative from Northwestern Mutual about investing, building generational wealth, and how to best reach financial freedom. So tune into The Truth with me, Sherwin Hughes, on Friday, May 19th at 11 a.m. as I speak with Northwestern Mutual advisors Erica Wright and J.B. Bell, who will give a breakdown on the first steps that you need to take toward investing in your financial future.
Tune in to the award-winning 1017 The Truth this Saturday at 11 for another episode of Greater Milwaukee Urban League's Entrepreneurship Connection Show powered by Molson Coors. I'll be joined by representatives from the African American Chamber of Commerce in Wisconsin and Associated Bank, where we discuss the financial and technical needs of small business in Milwaukee. Again, that's the Greater Milwaukee Urban League's Entrepreneurship Connection Show powered by Molson Coors this Saturday at 11 a.m. right here on the award-winning 1017 The Truth.
On Diversity and Excellence powered by Erie Insurance, I am so excited to talk about the different ways that Erie Insurance can help with our community growth, can provide job opportunities from Erie Insurance Corporate, or with our local agency force. I'm really excited about the education of generational wealth in our Black and Brown communities and how we are a part of the communities here locally. There's so much more we can be a part of. Listen to me, Fred Johnson, on Diversity and Excellence, powered by Erie Insurance.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver, and we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. My grandpa Lou is the reason why my dad and I started racing, and I'm really proud to follow in his tracks. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. I've learned a lot on this journey with my grandpa Lou, and the memories of my grandpa will always be with me. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently, experiencing problems with their memory, or having trouble with routine tasks. Talking about Alzheimer's can be really tough. But if you notice something, have a conversation with your loved one. Encourage them to see a doctor or offer to go with them. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services, make a plan for the future, and access available treatments. The Alzheimer's Association provides care, support, and research to help you take control of the situation with your family and manage the disease together. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together. Visit alz.org/time to talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Bikers need protection, not just from other drivers, but unfortunately from insurance companies too. We've been fighting for injured bikers and their families for more than 30 years. Call Gruber Law Offices today. One call, that's all.
The Bloomberg Black Business Beat is presented by Erie Insurance, providing the protection you need and the service you expect.
There's a community affairs. This is serious business.